Alright, so I'm making this video for you guys right now because I have to. I saw something tonight that just made me, I don't want to say cringe, but I was just like, man, do some people not understand this market? And then it hit me. There's a lot of new people in this game. Maybe there are a lot of people who just don't know the market yet. So I kind of want to go ahead and explain that for you guys so that you're not making mistakes and so that we can all prosper and make as much stubs as possible and just have the best team and, you know, try to win. I think that's why people are playing this game. Anyways, guys, it's Gyvi World, and I kind of just want to explain a little bit about the market and teach you guys a little bit about stubs, at least what I know from playing this game, you know, for a couple years now. So we're here in the market, all right, and we're looking at the market, and you got your players in descending order and overall. So you got your highest players at the top, nice and bright, so they entice you the most. You got Mike Trout there, and there's two numbers there. There's a buy now and there's a sell now. Mike Trout has a buy now of $194,999, sell now of $167,000. And some of you are wondering, what does that mean? All right, so the buy, first, let me say this. Jason Giambi's got 0. That means there is no one selling him at the moment. Now we got this Mike Trout, and there's a buy now for $194,999. Now, if I had that much stubs, which I don't because I've been spending my stubs, not the best, but we're getting better at it. We got this Mike Trout. I could come into this Mike Trout and go, I want to buy this Mike Trout for $194,999. It is the cheapest one up on the auction. It's not like Madden and FIFA where you have to do a search and you get all, you get all the players for the different prices, and it could not be the cheapest one up at the time. Here you have the cheapest one up, and that's the one you're gonna buy. So you just go here and you click and you buy him now at $194,999. Now, once I buy him, down at the bottom, it would say owned equals 1. And it would say that I own 1 Mike Trout. And the next cheapest one for sale is $195,000. Let's say I come into the market and I don't want to buy Mike Trout for $194,000 because that's just too expensive. And I do have $168,000. Now, I see here, there's a request to buy Mike Trout at $167,000. I can put a buy order, and it just has to be higher than the next guy. It doesn't have to be higher than the next guy. If I want to put a buy order at 303 stubs, like the guy at the bottom who thinks he's going to get Mike Trout for 303 stubs, if all those purchases above him, 10,000, 50,000, and so on, are gone, and I'm the next highest, and someone comes in and says, yeah, I'll sell you my Mike Trout for 303 stubs, boom, Mike Trout is yours. So that's what you would do. You would just come in here, create a buy order for how much you want to buy Mike Trout. If you really want to save yourself a couple stubs and you think someone is going to sell Mike Trout soon, you can literally just undercut this guy right here. Create a buy order. How much was that for? $167,000. I can create a buy order for $167,000 and 1 stub. And if no one else puts any buy orders in, someone comes in and wants to sell Mike Trout immediately to me, they can just click sell now for $167,000 and 1 stub, and Mike Trout is now mine. The same thing goes when you're selling your Mike Trout. You can do the same thing. Like here, there was a Mike Trout for sale for $195,000 stub. This guy says, I'm going to sell him before you do. I'm going to put him up for $194,999, and it's 1 stub less, and he's next in line to have his Mike Trout sold. Now, if you're noticing something, this is honestly how to play the market. This is how you could potentially make stubs. Now, there's more ways than one, but I'm going to teach you guys several ways, and the best way is going to be the last one, so stick around for that. Now, before I jump into that, let me tell you what really bothered me about this image, and I don't believe it's at those prices anymore. It was a 92 overall Miguel Cabrera, one of the best cards in the game without a doubt. Now, earlier today, this Miguel Cabrera had a buy now of $55,500 and a sell now of $54,000. And I just looked at this and go, why would you do that? Why? And I'm not sure which one, if it was the chicken or the egg, or who was the one that did this. But essentially what happened was either there was a Miguel Cabrera that had a sell now of $54,000, and someone said, that's not enough, I'll sell him for $55,500 and put him up. Or there was a Miguel Cabrera up for $55,000, and someone said, I don't want to buy him for that much. I want to save myself you know, what is it, 1,500 stubs, and the most I'll go is 5,400. Now, I understand 1,500 stubs may be a lot when it's, you know, between a card that's 1,500 and 3,000 stubs. That's, you know, that's 100%. You don't want to spend your stubs like that. But when it's 55,000 and 54,000, it's not that big of a deal. You could potentially have lost that card and somebody else just came in and bought them. Now you're kind of screwing up the market. So yeah, that was kind of pointless. And I don't know which one of you guys looking for Miguel Cabrera made the mistake, but I hope you see this and don't make that mistake again. 1,500 subs when you're talking about 55,000 is not that big of a deal. Now, there are several ways for you to make stubs. This is the easiest way for one to make stubs. What you're gonna want to do is, you're gonna want to be at your house. Your PlayStation has to be on. You're gonna want to go into your parents' room. You're gonna want to tell them, Mom, Dad, the bathroom is flooding. And they're gonna run out to the bathroom and they're gonna see that the bathroom is flooding. You're gonna quickly go into their purse or to their wallet, grab their credit card, put it into your PlayStation and account settings, quickly buy yourself 150,000 stubs. It's only $100, so they're not going to be too upset. Do this 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times. I do believe there's a wallet max you can do, so quickly purchase the stubs, go back and redeem PlayStation, you know, reload your wallet and then buy more stubs and just keep doing this. By the time they figure it out, you would have already collected every card in the game, so it's not going to be a big issue. This is the quickest and most effective way to make stubs in MLB The Show. The second way you're going to want to make stubs in MLB The Show is, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be on your computer. You're going to want to go on theshownation.com. Don't worry, it's not up at the moment, so maybe they don't want you to expose this method. So what you're going to want to do instead is you're going to go to Google. You're going to go into Monster or LinkedIn or Job Hunter or whatever, one of these websites, and you're going to want to find yourself a job. Now, even if you get yourself a job making $8 an hour, let's say, to get $100, it's about 12 and a half hours. After taxes, it's probably going to take you like 30 hours. And if you live in somewhere like California or New York or Washington, it's probably going to take you about 80 to 90 hours to make $100. Just because, you know, taxes they're not great at the moment. And I tell you, it's going to be a lot better to get a job working $8 an hour than it is to make 150 stubs per game, which is going to take you a lot longer to get 150,000 stubs at a game lasting anywhere, you know, from 30 to 45 minutes. All right, but enough fooling around. This is how you kind of make stubs in MLB The Show. Again, there are the easier ways. I was just joking. Please do not max out your parents' cards and tell them that Gyvi World told you to do that. It was an absolute joke. Obviously, I'm just trolling a little bit, but the easiest way to make stubs in MLB The Show is you got to play the market. You got to understand the market. Right now, we don't know yet, to be honest. Right now, it's just kind of trial and error because we don't know what cards are valued at, really. Mike Trout, love Mike Trout, but it's really not a card that I'm going to spend 200,000 stubs for. But if you want to make stubs, you could come into Mike Trout, and you can see that, hey, I can potentially have someone sell me this Mike Trout for 167,000 and one stub, and then sell him for 194,997 stubs. Keep in mind that San Diego takes 10% to prevent people from doing this, so that you have to do a little bit of math. Now, my math isn't great. I haven't taken any college courses in quite a while, but 90%, let's do some math. 90% of 194,000, I don't know what that number is, 175-ish, 175,000-ish, I believe. And then you subtract 167,000, you can make an 8,500 stub profit off of this Mike Trout. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find the cards that have the biggest profit when you're flipping. Or you can do this with smaller cards like silvers and golds and bronze. Find a gold or a bronze card that has a sell now of 100 and has buy nows of 500. You do this, you know, 10 times in an hour. You can make some decent stubs. So that's honestly the easiest and most effective way to make stubs in MLB The Show. Again, of course, you can just play, you know, 45-minute games and get 150 stubs an hour and do this and just never sleep or have a life. But if you learn to work the market, you can do some damage. Look for the cards with the biggest difference. Like for example, this one would not be terrible. Now, mind you, this means that the cards do have to sell, and someone has to be, you have to know that someone is willing to spend 130,000 on Anthony Rizzo. Now, 130,000, 90% of 130,000 is 117,000. If you spent 90,000 stubs on this Anthony Rizzo, you can make a profit of over 25K stubs. But it also, remember, there are cards that you're gonna purchase for that amount, and you're gonna realize that if a lot of people have that card and someone sees Mike Trout sells for 194, let's just keep using Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant sells for 130. The next guy puts him for 120 because he just wants to get rid of him. He didn't like Chris Bryant. The next guy puts him up for 110. The next guy puts him up for 100. Next guy puts him up for 95. And you spent 90,000 on this Chris Bryant, you could be screwed. But that's what I mean by you have to learn the cards. You have to learn their value and see what people are actually paying for these cards. Daddy Leagues is a good website to use. They're not fully operational at the moment. They're still working on a lot of stuff, but Daddy Leagues helps you see the market. Also, they've added this new feature here with their gainers and losers, which is pretty much what Daddy Leagues is. So once there is some actual data to compare, you can see what cards are gaining value and what cards are losing value, and you can start to make some stuff. So go out there, boys. Take your parents' credit cards, go get a job at Walmart making $8 an hour, and then come back and spend all your hard-earned money in the show. Or you can work the market, learn the players that are there, and make yourself some stubs, and have a really nice Diamond Dynasty team without spending too much money or any money at all. It is possible. I've seen a lot of guys who have full Diamond teams, and they swear by it that they have not spent a single dollar on stubs. I, on the other hand, that's not the case. I currently have 159,000 stubs. I only put 150,000 into the game, and I've spent over 100K on packs. And that's only because pretty much what I've bought, I've sold because the majority of the stuff, and I was able to keep half the cards and grow my collection because the market right now, people are, putting in their stubs. People who are not going to be playing all year are just buying cards and buying them really expensive. So take advantage now. If you see cards, if you see a silver card, that's at 15K stubs, go ahead and sell him because he's not worth 15K, and you can buy him back later at 4, 3K or whatever he's worth. Anyways, guys, this has been Gyvi World. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. It is late. I'm absolutely exhausted, but I really needed to get this out there. Probably get this out tomorrow, so I won't be as tired by the time this goes up. Anyways, guys, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and peace.